Is there an interesting feedback loop between authenticity and confidence? It seems like in order to be able to sort of stand up for yourself and to have faith that your intuition or your instinct is right, you need to be confident in it. And then presumably the more that you do that, the more it feeds back into confidence. But as with most things that kind of spiral, they also spiral in the opposite direction, which is the longer that you live out of authenticity, the less confidence you have in being authentic and the less you know what authenticity is, which makes it harder to become, so on and so forth. It seems to me like that's the kind of dynamic that goes on.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I might use the word faith, having faith in your inner impulses to stay in the television and movie acting references. When I was growing up, I was a big fan of John Cassavetes, and he was the original independent filmmaker, and his films were wild and raw and crazy. And he had a great career as a mainstream Hollywood actor, but his films were just something else entirely. And he had this quote about all these people, they go to Hollywood and they start getting into commercial projects, and they say one day that they're going to do something creative, they're going to do something artistic, do something true to themselves, but they never do. Because once you buy into that, and exactly what you're saying, once you stop listening to those innermost impulses, you start to forget that they're there. And so that had a huge impact on me. And I've done my best, not perfectly, I don't think any of us do it perfectly, to live by that inner intuition, those inner impulses, like that thing that is inside me. There's a knowingness that we all have, and only we know it. And if we start asking everybody, is this okay? Is that okay? They're going to be, maybe they'll be able to give you some legitimate reflection. But at the end of the day, I think anybody who's successful, at a certain point, they stood alone. They just went on their own intuition, their own gut, and they took a risk. And that's how they became successful. You have to follow it. The more you do, the more confidence you have in it. And exactly, the less you do it, the more, I think, lost you become.